What's going on, everybody? Welcome to the show. And this is the Silent and Dialed show. And I am so thankful that you guys are here tonight. And I apologize off the top because, sometimes we have days where nothing seems to go right. Well, today it was just a great, beautiful day for us and my family, and my kids have been bugging and asking and asking and asking and asking for us to take them to the local YMCA to work out. And so we had this bright idea. Well, we're just going to go ahead and take them. And this was like at 5, and I thought I had plenty of time. So then we wanted to go eat real quick, and just turned into a fiasco. And so once I got here, started doing the whole, getting the show ready to go. It was already ready to go, but I started trying to prepare things, and you might not have been able to hear, Raven on the microphone and my microphone. You know how it works. Technology is amazing, incredible, but when it doesn't work, you're in big trouble. And so, but the good news is, guys, I'm here, Raven's here, you're here, and we're going to have a great show tonight. So I'm going to go through all of my members in here, just not necessarily my members, but a special shout out to my members. I appreciate you guys. I say it all the time. You guys are the backbone of this channel, but also all of my subscribers too. You guys are amazing too. I appreciate you all tonight. So make sure if you're coming in, as I said before, make sure you guys hit that like button, hit that share button. Let's fill the place up tonight. Let's just have a great time. How many wants to kind of just rock and roll tonight? I feel, I don't know. Sometimes I feel a little crazy, and I'm feeling a little crazy tonight. So I'm not sure exactly how that's going to work tonight on the show, Raven, but we're going to have a great time. All right. We're going to have some good time here. So tonight we've got in the chat, Kay, good evening. Good evening. We've also got Jeffrey's Bearded. Good evening, chat. I just shared this out. I appreciate you sharing this out on Instagram. Appreciate you. Randy for being in here, another member, just as Jeffrey is as well. We've got Gary, the returning champion winner from last time. He had won last time. Let's see here. Tool Booth Willie, it's always good seeing you. And I remember all those old giveaways you used to win as well a while back, it seemed like. All right, Brad, good to see you tonight. And let's see here. Beards, Heads, and Threads, it's good to see you tonight too. Born Bearded, what's happening, bro? It's good seeing you. I've seen a couple of your videos. Really awesome. It's good seeing you tonight. Raven Beard Co., how's it going? We're going to bring on Raven in just a few moments, okay? So, Jeffrey, appreciate you. Liked, subscribed, joined, and shared. Appreciate you, bro. We got in the house Big old Bob and Terry. Freaking frack. It's so good to see you tonight, brother. Let's see here. We got Mark Johnson in here. Good to see you tonight. Always looking good with that beard. Shout out to Edgar Allan Poe. Bearded Chief, what's happening? Good to see you tonight. All right. Let's see here. Did I miss anybody? We got one Bearded Bishop. It's good to see you tonight, buddy. Thanks for stopping by. Let's see here. Who else we got in here tonight? New to the show. It's so good to have you tonight, one Bearded Bishop. You are always welcome on this show. Frankie J. Good to have you tonight, bro. You going to win it tonight too? We got some cool giveaways, so make sure you stay to the end. We got some cool discounts tonight going as well until midnight. That's Central Standard Time. So just remember that tonight. Hey, Jacked Up Leathers, the leather work. It's so good to see you. I've caught you on a couple of videos myself, a couple live streams with the bearded, the trio, the bearded trios, Tres Amigos. My memory, I'm just like trying to. It's kind of hard to get that out sometimes. The trio, the amigos, the trio amigos. Yes. So it's so good to have him in the chat tonight. All right. So it looks like that's everybody that we've gotten through the chat. So listen, there are two things that I asked for you tonight. Nothing's going to cost you a penny, and you may be walking away tonight with a giveaway. So we're going to talk more about these giveaways when we bring Raven on here, because I'm going to probably just let him actually, if he wants to, share what our giveaway is going to be tonight. But there's only two things that I ask. Number one, that you like it when you come in and that you share it if you're able. You might not be able to share it, but like it. And if you share, you guys are awesome because it will kind of kick it out there in that algorithm. So we're going to talk about beard stuff tonight. We're going to talk about some really good beard stuff. And so with that being said, guys, let's roll with the show. I'm going to bring on Raven here. And again, we're going to take questions. And if you have any questions, make sure you drop them in the chat. So without further ado, I introduce you to Raven. It's good to see you tonight, brother.
How you doing, brother?
I'm good, man. I am good.
Can you hear me okay?
I'm doing fantastic.
All right. I am using a different setup today. So last time when I was on the Bearded Respect, I used my 27-inch iMac that I, back in the day when I was a full-time photographer, I spent probably a good size car down payment for that computer back in 2012-ish.
Right.
But how far we come in technology since then, because this was a custom made by Apple, that kind of a computer. So after the show, which was an incredible show, I wasn't very satisfied with the webcam on this computer. So I am joining you from my phone, which is only a couple of years old. Hopefully, everything is looking and sounding right. And took my time to set up 3 lights set up here. So hopefully it's going to be more satisfactory.
Awesome. Well, man, that beard looking pretty nice.
Oh man, I haven't touched this since this morning. So sorry about that.
No, you're good, man. I'm digging that mustache too. Real nice, thick one.
Thank you.
Awesome, man. Well, welcome to the show. It's always good having guests on here. And, I was really interested in interviewing you and having you on the show because, in fact, I found out about you through a buddy of mine. Most of you guys know Brian from Beards and Banjos. He had done a review on you not too long ago. And I'm always trying to find small batch beard companies that, maybe a lot of people may not know about. Now, there may be tons of people that know about you, but me, it was kind of a first for me, hearing the name of Raven, and I did catch some of the show that you were on with the Bearded Respect and, listen to some of their questions that they had. And now I'm going to try to give you questions that maybe they didn't ask, but I mean, it's kind of hard because that show is a long show and there's a lot of questions. So you may be, getting repeated questions. I don't know. But tonight we're just going to have a great time and whatever happens, happens.
Oh, for sure.
Awesome, man. Well, I guess we should start out before we really get into this to let the audience know tonight what they're in for as far as giveaway treats tonight.
All right. First and foremost, thank you for having me. And if I am too quiet or too loud, just give me thumbs up and thumbs down.
Okay.
Like I said, I'm using a different setup tonight. And second of all, I am not seeing the live chat right now. I'll try to log in a minute. So everyone who's watching, raving, hello back. We're gonna give away a bottle of full-size 1-ounce bottle of oil of choice, and we're gonna give a 2-ounce butter, and we're gonna give a 2-ounce balm. In fact, your viewers will be the first to try out my newest balm. I made something new. I haven't even put it on the website yet. Bob knows, Robert knows that having tiny bit of frustration with the website last couple of days. So it's not on the website yet, but whoever wins that tonight, just so you know, whoever you are or you're gonna be, you're gonna have something that no one has tried yet. And a quick note as well, like I mentioned earlier, on March 9th, we released a nuclear bomb of a beard oil called Nevermore. And it's an incredible oil, very unique, but it's only made to order. Just being frank here, that oil is not going to be in the giveaway. So anything other than that, you can pick on the website, and we have Raven Spirit still back order because it's a different process. We can get into it later. But anyway, we'll carry on from there.
Awesome, man. Awesome. Good to have you on here, IEB Reacts. Okay, so yeah, so I have some oils that I got from you, and I'll talk more about that later on my opinion. Now, I'm haven't released my review yet. In fact, I want to make that video review this week. It's just man, what I've been trying to do is trying to pace myself with all of these videos. So, but that's about me, and this is about you tonight. In fact, you know, the video's coming, what I'm saying. So, but I will share some of my thoughts on this tonight. So I guess starting out, for a lot of you guys that don't know about Raven Beard Co., kind of give a backstory. Like, how did you get to where you're at today, and when did you start? You're rather a newer company, right?
I am probably the newest kid in the block. But I've been making oils close to a year and a half now.
Okay.
Because of different life events, we had to push our full launch to February 1st. So Brian's review, I take that as our first day in business full force. We did a soft launch in late November, but I was actually shooting for September, no later than October. That was my aim for being fully operational. So I would say now we're in late March. So not even 2 months old, I'll say that. And it's been an incredible journey already.
Awesome. So when you started, what was your approach? Like, how did you get on the scene of YouTube? Like, I'm starting to hear a buzz of people, obviously you see in the chat, well, maybe you don't. And I'm trying to show you some of the things in the chat. Here's one. Raven oil is fantastic for filling beard by Brad. Let's see here. I'm going to do this because if you can't see the chat, I want you to see some of the things that people are saying here. By the way, there are a lot of people saying hi to you. Mark says hi.
Hey, Mark.
And you got frickin' Frack, Bob and Terry.
Of course.
Great people. Let's see here. Who else do we got here? I just want to make sure that you know what's happening in the chat. If you can't see on your side, Raymond's okay. Raven seems to have come out swinging right off the bat, and that's always a good one, right? That's always great to hear.
Yeah, absolutely. And I was just able to open the chat while you were reading those.
Okay, awesome. All right.
I mean, it's gonna be like a repeat, but I'm assuming some of the people here are or weren't at the my first official appearance. So incredible community, man.
Yeah,
seriously.
absolutely.
I mean, like beard oil makers helping out beard oil makers.
Exactly.
Everybody trying to support each other. You know, giving a helping hand, good positive feedback. I haven't seen negative energy. All right, that speaks volumes about it.
Absolutely.
Volumes about it. So all these people, I mean, they are right because I did some work in the back right before we officially open to business. You know, just yesterday I received a letter because we are registered business LLC. State of Illinois wants more money. I have to have some posters, whether I hang them or not, whether it's one man show or 2,000 employees. That's another $108 they want from me. So there's uh, so much going on behind the scenes. But for me, when I'm not busy with my kids and daily life, majority of my time goes into playing with different stuff. I love it. And since we're since we're talking about different stuff, something in this bottle, okay, is gonna come out in October. I'm already working for October. All right. And my 10-year-old son gave me an idea. He just said something. I'm like, are you serious? That's incredible. I wrote it down. So I'm already working on it. But in the meantime, every order, doesn't matter Saturday or Sunday, I try to ship it the next day. The feedback from the community has been incredible. I am floored. I mean, I know, and this is absolutely not bragging. First of all, I'm using all good quality cold pressed oil, so I know the feeling beard is gonna be good. Because before I excuse me, before I start selling it, I'm trying it, right? And I pass it out to friends and family. So I know the feeling beer is gonna be good. But especially on the scent profiles, it's a mismatch. It's everybody is different. Everybody's personal preference is different. But I am getting to the point where I wanna be one step at a time. Especially some of the people already know that I am a custom beard oil maker. I am not here to please everybody. I'm not here to make 250 or 1,000 bottle batches. No, I mean, more power to those who do this. I'm in this for the process, learning different processes, a lot of reading, a lot of researching. So that's what I'm about.
Awesome. Very, very unique for sure. So when you started out, how did everybody start hearing about you on YouTube? Did you just like have like influencers that tried your stuff and started sharing, or did you have
No,
a lot of people just randomly just
no,
it's
this
kind of
is
hard
so funny.
starting up. That's why I
Oh
asked.
man, oh man, it is. But um, the day Brian made a review, he released his review.
Mhm.
Raven Beard Co. had 39 followers. And right now, it's not 200,000, it's not even 300.
Mhm.
But in 6 or 7 weeks, it's growing daily. It's basically word of mouth, man. I mean, I try to post something every day. And with 3 kids, the oldest being 10, time isn't something we have plenty of, as you
Sure.
know.
I know that for sure.
So, yeah.
I hear you, bro.
And
I hear you.
I I like to watch uh, and read about algorithms. So if you were to go back to my posts in early February, you'll see, especially approaching to Valentine's Day, you'll see my posts having so many hashtags.
Mhm.
And like many, I thought hashtags were very helpful. Not anymore, I hear. And I learned this from top people, and including the CEO of Instagram. Hashtags 3 or 4, no more than 6, they say, because it's not useful. So, but try to be consistent. I try to be consistent once a day, twice a day, whatever, you know. But Instagram has been the thing. I honestly do not have the time or the engine power to spread too thin to TikTok, Twitter, YouTube, Facebook, whatever. It's time consuming. Yes, there are tools for that. Like you could use Metricool, but again, uh, I'm not there yet. I'm not there yet.
Yeah. Well, you're growing. I mean, it's a star. You're doing really good. I mean, there's a lot of companies that still undiscovered, you know? So, I mean,
Mm,
like Jeffrey said, you're kind of shot out, right off the bat, swinging. So that's good, man.
appreciate it.
It's really good. So this show is to kind of really help and showcase small batch companies, especially small ones that may be like diamonds in the rough, undiscovered,
Hmm.
And so I would hope that a lot of my influencer, if you call, I mean, influencer creator friends would be, and I know Bearded Chief's another good one that does this, but we'd like to take companies that we believe in and really kind of put them out there because heck, I mean, if God's given us a platform to do it, why not use it and help other people,
Hmm.
right?
Hmm.
And so I hope that just through this stream, through the videos that I'll produce on your company for reviews and stuff, will really put a lot of spotlight on your company and maybe help you, in somehow, some
Hmm.
degree, maybe drive some sales and get in new customers and new followers of your brand of what you,
Appreciate it.
offer. So, but all right, well, yeah, that's awesome, man. So,
Yeah,
um,
definitely. I
now
appreciate that.
how long? So you have another channel. I was going to ask this. You have another channel I discovered, and I couldn't understand any of it because it's not in English. So, and I know that you're probably like talking to your home people. I'm curious, where are you from?
Uh, I was born in a city that was the capital of 3 empires,
Oh, wow.
a city that carries several thousands of years of history.
Hmm.
I was born in Istanbul, Turkey, and but I came here like uh, 30 years ago or so. Long story short, um, a few of my friends told me to. They actually warned me, not warned me, but made me aware of, made me aware of a lot of young guys coming to the United States from Turkey,
Hmm.
and that number is big. I heard. Um, unless there is a major event, I don't follow the news. Uh, not just news from Turkey, but news in general. I find it depressing or uh, frustrating. But I heard that, and two of my friends, these are friends that I used to play soccer with 25, 30 years ago. They're like, you know how to drive a truck. You've been living here long enough. I mean, I lived here more than half of my life. And they're like, you should put that experience out and help these people. And maybe some of them will come with better knowledge, better prepared, and some of them will find out it's not for them. They are because, uh, like in every other country, there are those people who will take advantage of people who are desperate.
Hmm.
So I tried that. I made a handful of videos and I stopped because it's too time consuming. I don't even know how you manage that with your life and family. It, I think I put out enough information, like basically, hey, This is how healthcare works in this country. This is how education works in this country. Or if you want to become a truck driver, this is what you gotta do, or stuff like that.
Sure.
But honestly, it was too time consuming. Um, like I said, I have three kids. I am building a company from ground up, and right in the middle of that, I lost my father last summer,
Hmm.
and so much going on. Plus, I'm very involved with my own community where I live. In fact, next week today, I am on a ballot. We have an election, local election here. So I have a lot to do, campaigning, talking to neighbors, knocking on doors. So that wasn't something I wanted to do uh, for a long run. Like I said, I think I put enough information that would probably be very helpful to those who are considering. Because I met a couple of guys here. I like to go get some like Turkish feta cheese, right? Or Turkish baked goods. So I meet some of the younger guys there as well. The guy just finished law degree and came here, and I just met the guy shopping there, and I'm like, wow, okay, as long as you're happy, whatever floats your boat, man. Everybody's on a different journey,
Yeah, that's
and
true. So not so cool of a story, man.
mhm,
And I'm sorry, as everybody was saying also in the chat. Sorry about your loss of your
appreciate it.
that's that's terrible.
A big
Um
one.
man, so that's exciting, man. That's an exciting story. Congratulations for all the success that you were having, man.
You found that. That's interesting. I wouldn't expect that.
What's that?
That you found that channel.
Oh man,
I
yeah.
would yeah, I wouldn't even think that that would come up. But hey, it was again, it was for me putting myself out, showing people around and giving hopefully useful information, helping somebody without any expectation. That was it.
Raven, I want you to know, and chat, I want you to know. I do my research. No, I think it was like just some random deal. I don't know what it was. Like, I think you'd like comment on something. I seen it, your information. I was like, wait, I know you. No, that's really cool though. I think it's, I mean, I think that's really, really cool. I mean, to
was
stay
was
connected to, your roots too, and really cool.
honestly, well, speaking of you doing your research, was the guy in a silver Nissan parked in front of my house today? Was it your guy?
I'm not
No,
watching you that close.
no. I have my whole family live here for decades,
Yeah,
so I don't have much ties left. So
sure.
a few good old college buddies, and that's pretty much it, to be honest with you. But hopefully one day I'll take my kids on a little tour when they're old enough to remember what they see, because regardless of where you come from, the earth is for all of us, and your roots only make you stronger, whether you're Irish, Italian, Mexican, Japanese, African, whatever you are,
Yeah.
you know. If you're a good man, you're a good man. Stay true to your colors and your roots.
Yep. That's good, man. So, while we keep talking, I want to keep this train moving. We're going to do our first giveaway. And I figured it would be fitting to do hashtag Raven. So hashtag Raven, Raven. That'll be our first giveaway. We're going to be giving away a oil. That's going to be the first giveaway, as Raven said earlier. I'm super pumped about. I'm super pumped about talking about your oils, man. I really got. I really have some that I really, really like. Now, all of them are good, but obviously you kind of gravitate to the ones that you love. I mean, I'm a guy that loves several scents. I mean, I'm a man of complexity, I guess. Like, it's hard for me to be. I mean, I'm content in life with I don't go crazy. I feel like,
Hmm.
with my beliefs and stuff, I have to be content. But when it comes to fragrances, I'm not content. As you can see, fragrances, well, you probably don't see it because it's blurred in the background,
Hmm.
but I got a lot of fragrances. I really do. I love fragrances. I think that they are things that can really help you. They also bring you into a place of a lot of times nostalgia, it can take you back. But I'm a big fan. I don't talk a lot about it, but I'm a big fan of vetiver. I know it's a really earthy type of note, but I like it. I really do. I also like coffee. I'm a big drinker of coffee. I know Mike over there at the, are you drinking coffee tonight? I thought you were going to pull up a big old coffee cup or something. But Mike over there, Coffee with Brewer from the Beard of Respect, he's a big coffee guy. A little plug for him
Hmm.
if he's coming in tonight. I don't know, but he does a live stream every Saturday morning. I want to say it's like 10 a.m. I could be wrong on the time. But he does a lot of like live streams going over brewing coffee, which is really, really cool and neat. Very fascinating how he does that. But really like your oils. Now, I did notice that there are some oils that are like different blends. So it's not,
Hmm.
I don't, a lot of companies, they'll have like a blend and that's what they stick with, for several reasons. Obviously, for one, it cuts cost, it makes things simple for a lot of them. And several different companies, they do their process different. You might have some that'll pour all their oils in a beaker and pour it in like a ketchup, one of the squirt bottles, for each, bottle. And then they'll add the fragrance oils when they're ordered to make them fresh, and some they'll put each drop in each bottle. I mean, I know that's consistent. And then there's some that are more big batch that
Hmm.
obviously they've got machines that do it, and a lot of small batch beard companies obviously don't have the money to be buying big machines and probably not necessarily the overhead to really be able to do that in the beginning. Um, I'm not against that at all. I'm just saying that the idea is there's a lot of different processes how they do it. And I thought that was interesting seeing that you had different blends because a lot of companies don't do several blends. Hey, Antonio, good to see you tonight, buddy. So, with that said, I'm a big castor fan. So it was nice to see some castor in some of your oil too. And I
Yeah,
think I
baby.
seen
I
barrage
was
in one
just,
of them too, right? You got
yeah,
barrage and
I have a rush. Here's the vetiver I was just smelling, and here's my good old castor. I love castor myself. I
heck yeah.
love it. Yes, sir. Barrage right in front of castor right here. I am talking to you right here, and all my bottles and containers are next to me. So I seem to eat, drink, breathe beard oil lately. And I mean, you touched on a really good topic. Sorry, I'm getting under next. I mean, if we did this tomorrow or day after, probably I would have to reschedule. I feel I'm getting under. Um, but here's the thing: when you stick to one carrier blend and you know it works, okay. Yes, it doesn't only cost time; it saves you money. All right, great, and it works for so many. And like I say every time I get a chance, more power to anybody in this business who do honest work, okay, who do clean work. I don't care if they make half of what I make or 100 times more than what I make. The one thing I can't stand in life is that uh, cheaters or uh, whatever the bottom of earth kind of people getting away with dirt. Okay, so I wish I wish everybody, every single human being on this planet, doing honest work, whatever they do. I wish them success. Me offering all these selections, I like I said, I love the process of mixing. creating something unique. And creating something unique is already so hard because there's so many talented people making beard oils. But um, think about it this way: not everybody likes the smell of a broccoli seed oil. Not everybody wants to have black seed oil in their blend. Although I personally am absolutely 100% in love with the natural smell of black seed oil. And again, when I'm talking about oils, I'm talking about all natural, organic, cold pressed oils. Like you get what comes out of the plant.
Mhm.
So, yes, some of my oils have fragrance oils, some of them essential oils, some of them both mix. What I'm saying, like somebody just came up to me uh, 2 weeks ago, and again, this is new. This is not something anybody heard. Your viewers will be the first one to hear. I know this guy from uh, YouTube and Instagram, and he is already become a brother. He is also in Chicago, the Bearded Villains Chicago chapter.
Okay.
And when I say this, I mean no disrespect to any beard oil makers. He reached out. He's like, I heard you make custom oils. Say yes. He's like, man, I have so many bottles of beard oil at home, and they all work great as long as I don't go to work. I'm like, what do you mean? He says, I'm a welder and I'm next to a machine and next to heat 12 hours at a time. And whatever brand I used, I put my oil in the morning, and 2 or 3 hours later, because of my work conditions, not nothing wrong with the oils. Because of my work conditions, my beard is uh like almost breaking. It's so dry. I'm like, okay. And uh, he wanted to buy one of my oils to try it. I'm like, guess what? I'm up for the challenge. I'm gonna make you a custom order oil, and we're gonna try this. And if it works, my promise to you, I'll let you pick the name.
Hmm.
And last week was his first time using that oil. I gave him some samples, and I also gave him direct instructions on how to use it. And he might actually be, I don't see every single person on the chat, but if he might be here. Uh, and I did a deep dive in the research, and I read, and I come up with two different blends. And a little further reading and testing, literally, I would come down here to fulfill orders. As soon as they are done, I dropped a few other tasks. I focus on this thing. Last week, almost bedtime, I get this message because he has two jobs. He's like, man, I spent 15 hours by that machine welding, and my beard is still soft. This is unbelievable. Whatever you put in there, this is phenomenal.
Nice.
It was, for me, it was like, where's my single malt? That
Nice.
kind of moment. That's what I want to do. That's what I want to be known for: custom, unique stuff. And hey, it also allows me to rotate. Now I have one, two, three bottles next to me. I won't show very unique blends. that are going to make it to our summer oils. So working on those two.
Nice.
It's looking up. It's looking up.
Hey, that's a nice plug there, buddy. Setting them on up for the summer. Now you got our curiosity piqued. Come on now, just show it to us. No, just kidding. That's awesome, man. That's awesome. That's awesome. Man, what a great story. Man, you're just like a book. Like you got a lot of good stories, man. You got a lot of good stories. Okay, so we've got, let me go over here. We've got 12 entries. So make sure you guys are live. Again, hashtag Raven. I don't want to be hung up on this giveaway for the first one when we got like 2 other ones we got to give throughout the show. So if I'm not careful, I can chase rabbits and I have to stay on topic. And so nothing against you. I would love for you to talk, but I don't want to ever get to the point where I'm talking too much and get away from the main deal. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to share the screen, and thank God that the actual camera's working this week. Cause last week, I don't know if you caught it, but last week my camera just kept going out. And then I realized that somehow on this Sony camera that I have, and it's weird because I never changed the settings or anything, but somehow it defaulted back to like a power deal and it would shut off. And so when it shut off, it would, yeah, I had to turn it back on. It was just getting really, really just insanely annoying. So, but it's working now. So we're here. All right. So here we go. We're going to move on over to this. Let's see here. We're going to move on over to this other screen here. The good old faithful giveaway tool from StreamYard. Does everybody see that? Raven, hashtag Raven. Now, before I push this button, make sure that you guys hit the little live button that you see. It says live on the bottom left of the video that you're seeing, that you're watching right now. If it's gray, you're not live. If it's red, you are live. So I say that because if we draw your name and we say, hey, are you here in the chat and you are delayed, we're going to move on to the next winner. So with that being said, make sure you do that. And here we go. Let's see if we have some same winners as we had last week. If we do, then there's something definitely going on here. Born Bearded. Wow. Man, dude, that is so awesome. So awesome.
Congratulations.
Are you in the chat, Born Bearded?
I thought I saw him.
Yeah, I seen him earlier.
Yep, there you go. Yep.
Nice, dude. Congrats, brother. Congrats. Nice. And it's the first time I've seen him over here on my show. So very excited for you, man. Awesome. I'm getting a little jelly now. All that oil that he's got some great, amazing stuff. Hey, do me a favor. Let me know in the chat if you have not tried Raven's beard oil. I'm just curious.
Very good.
I'm
good
just
question.
curious. Yeah, because I'm just curious. I know that I have to believe that there are several in here that have tried it, but maybe there are a lot that are curious, Raven, tonight, and they're just stopping by. Maybe they just come because they like to be on the Styled and Dialed show every Tuesday night, and they want to see what's going on. Maybe they heard there's free giveaways. I mean, everybody likes free stuff, right? But I'm just curious. Let's get a poll going on. And so we've got several that says they haven't. And my question for you is, why not? No, you need to definitely check it out. Listen, I put the thing on the bottom tonight, the ticker. You guys can go buy it at any time, but Raven's been very, very generous today with these giveaways that he's giving. And he's also allowing till midnight 20% off everything on your website. Is that correct? Until midnight Central Standard Time?
Right. And if you're in the East, that's 1 a.m. You actually brought up something really interesting. Anybody here hasn't tried them? Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Okay.
Sound good.
Anyone who hasn't tried my oils yet, okay? Reach out to me. Send me a message and from the website. All right. Tonight, send me a message and say, hey, I haven't tried and I was at Chad's event tonight, I'll make you something even better. All right.
Wow.
I'll make sure at least you try my oil. All right. You will not regret it. I'll do. I'll go the extra mile to make you at least try. And before you do that, please check the website. There's a tab on there that says send profiles. All right. Read and take a look what's actually feeling good for you. All
Man,
right.
that's very generous of you, bro. You see, like I said, guys, he's a very generous guy. Now, I don't know Raven as much as, you can only know somebody so long, I've only known you for, we chat through email and text and obviously, phone since maybe about a month, I'm guessing. I don't know. But from what I know, I mean, I'm a pretty good judge of character. I mean, like I can kind of sense, I could kind of sense, I don't want to say I'm a dog, but, kind of like dogs, dogs have good sense of character. I mean, when they're around, I got a German Shepherd, female German, and I'm telling you, she just knows. She knows if you're legit, if you're here for harm, if you're here for problems, if you're just here because you're just a nice person. They sense that stuff, and I got a good sense of discernment. And I think you're a great guy. Great guy.
I appreciate you, man.
So I will say to the chat, a lot of you guys trust me. I do a lot of reviews. I try to stay authentic as much as possible. I mean, I try to tell the truth. But like I say, Raven, a lot of things that I think's great could be completely just horrible to somebody else. But majority of people kind of have the same idea of something. I mean, if something stinks really bad, most people are going to be like, yeah, that stinks. You might have some anomalies, some weird people, I should say, that's going to be like, oh, that smells amazing. And it's all subjective, when it comes to sense. But for the most part, I try to be the most authentic as possible. And I think that's one thing that I kind of based on this channel, the Beards, Heads, and Threads. I want to be authentic because if you're just one of those guys that's going to lie all the time because you just want to push a brand or you just want money for some reason or whatever your objective is. I just want to be that channel where they have a great time coming here and they know that they're going to get something at least honest, in my opinion. Now, if they could take it, I mean, I've always heard opinions are like armpits. Everybody's got a couple of them, and most time they stink. But I try to do the best I can. And just your show of generosity tonight. I mean, just saying that. I mean, I don't know any other beard company, and I'm not slamming them. I understand would ever do that. I mean, because really, I'm going to get on my phone right now and I'm going to ask everybody to get online right now on my chat. And I'm going to, I'm kidding, guys. Seriously. But man, we're having a good time tonight. So I got to tell you, my membership really kind of gets the inside of who I am. I mean, you see so much of it on the channel, but it's funny because like, there's a lot of times where I just get like, and maybe you're the same type of guy, you're serious, but then there's a side of you that comes out and you're just like very just crazy. And I don't want to say facetious, but like, you just like, you're a big goofball and like to have a great time. Right. I mean, I love to have a great time and I love having great times with great people. And that's why I'm happy that you're on the channel tonight. And that's why I'm happy that a lot of these people are in the chat today, because I know a lot of these people in the chat. I think that they are amazing, incredible people. And guys, I got to tell you, this is the time to do it. Reach out to him. He'll hook you up. You'll save some money too. You want extra stuff. Now, I'm not sure. Is the 20% go for like apparel too, like your shirts, or is that just beard care? I need to make sure I clarify that before I say that. Because if somebody gets over there and they buy some shirts.
I don't have shirts yet. No.
Okay.
I don't have anything other than beard oil, butter, balm. But speaking of that, shirts are in the making, soap, beard wash in the making, and something else in the making. I won't say that. It's interesting. Right. But
yeah, I was gonna say I hadn't seen any shirts, but I see the one on you right now, so I thought, well, maybe.
Yes, this is T-shirt serial number 00001.
Nice.
But it's gonna be like this. This is a test T-shirt. Unfortunately, uh, again, if you don't have anything nice to say, don't say it. So I won't say the name. I got it from a company here. It's nice, but I feel I was kind of given the wrong impression to be USA made. If I send you a T-shirt, it's gonna be made in the USA. Um, we we really gotta take care of our own people here, and if the T-shirt I'm gonna buy from you is gonna cost me $2 more or $3 more, but if the T-shirt is made here and it's printed here, I'm gonna pay that because I'm doing more than just supporting you. I'm supporting my entire country. You
That's
know what I
awesome.
mean? So not everything I make is made in USA. Some of my oils come from, like, hey, argan oil. Where do you get the best argan? From Morocco. You know, where do you get XYZ oil? Israel, Turkey, uh, Japan, New Zealand. So my sources are far reaching, but I believe in being, I am from the planet Earth. But again, uh, something that we can make here, I'll pay the extra dollar or two.
Yeah,
And I'm sure most people, at least people in this community, will prefer to buy something that is not only printed in USA, but also made by our own people.
that's awesome, man. Very, very cool. Very cool. That's cool, man. So I mean, like getting to kind of know you a little bit more and more every day. Really, really awesome. Really awesome.
Appreciate
Okay,
it.
so I want to. So let's see here. Does anybody have any questions for him? Because I usually have like an outline of questions, but today I've just kind of like I threw that out the door and just thought, I'm just going to ask questions on the spot. So none of these questions, Raven, has been like, oh, I'm going to think about that. No, like the whole YouTube channel. I just popped in my head. Okay, I want to talk about the YouTube channel. Like I caught a few of those words. I know a little bit of Turkey. No, I really don't. But I thought, man, dude, this is cool, man. You don't see this very often. You see a guy that speaks completely fluent English and completely fluent Turkey. Of course, you've been here for half your life, so that completely makes sense now. But a lot of people don't know that. A
Oh,
lot of people don't know you've been
you
here.
you 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 gotta meet my children. My wife is Polish,
Oh, wow.
and yeah, I lived more than half of my life here. So um, my children speak three languages,
Wow.
and they're working on their number four.
Wow.
So we like to give this to them when they're young. And my youngest is 3. I said this in the other show. One night he wasn't even into sleeping, and I gotta go to work early morning. As a truck driver, I gotta get up at 4 in the morning a lot of times. And I told my wife the crib is on her side of the bed. So why don't you just bring him in between us so he can sleep? And across the road we have the rail tracks. He heard he heard uh, he heard the freight train coming. He turns to his mom. He says, "Mama, pociąg means Mama, train's coming in Polish."
Wow.
And turns to me in Turkish. He says, "Baba, tren geliyor." Immediately, like I read about this. The kids think in this age, they think the language mom is speaking. If they, uh, we have to adjust to that as our kids go to school. So in the beginning, they fall behind a little bit because they have to calculate. Their brain is handling 3 different languages, and most of them are 2 languages, but mine are three and a half. Uh, they process all this. And the child thinks that what he hears or she hears from mama is how moms speak because the capacity of the brain doesn't have the understanding of it's a language. they don't have that capacity at that age. They just think that's how my mom says things.
Right.
That's how my dad says things. But hey, we're eating some Mexican, and my daughter says, "Oh, that's that." I'm like in Spanish. I'm like, "What was that?" That's not a language I hear at home often. And
That's
then
fun.
I learned that. Great. Hey, more power to them.
Man, that's amazing. I'm gonna kind of go through some things that I'm seeing in the chat right now. So before I do, I want to say that there's one language that my kids are not allowed to speak in my home, and that's French. Okay,
Okay.
God bless you and your family. Go Ken. What is your favorite scent? We'll get to that in just a second, and we have another question too that we'll get to.
Thank you, Jeffrey.
Um,
Appreciate you,
One
brother.
bearded bishop says he can say hello in 10 languages.
Yes,
And yeah, that's amazing. And then
I
Jeffrey
can do more
says,
than 10.
really, Rep Jeffrey says, it's obvious that this man is very educated and he works smarter.
You cut off.
He
You froze.
said, Jeff, can you hear me? He said, Jeffrey said, it's obvious that this man is very educated and works smarter.
I, man, you're gonna give me blushes now, but I appreciate you. Thank you, brother. If that's what you think of me, I am grateful. Thank you.
Hey, listen, man, if you're raising for your son, to me, let me know what you guys think in the chat. But to me, if your son's gonna speak Polish to your wife, who's Polish, and turns around and speaks Turkish to you,
Turkish, yeah.
Turkish, sorry, that to me, I feel like that's like a high level of respect. I mean, they could talk to you in English, but they want to speak your native language, which is really, really, to
Right,
me,
right,
I feel
right.
like that it's a show of respect, in my opinion. What your kids are doing, they love you guys, they respect you, to where they, uh, I mean, it would be easy just to speak their native or their fluent language of what they're used to all the time, but to be able to do that because it's a personal, language to you, it's pretty powerful, actually. In fact, I mean, it's probably going to sound weird, but I'm kind of getting goosebumps just kind of thinking of how respectful and loving that is of your kid to do. Do you guys think the same thing in the chat? Did you guys kind of pick that up too? Maybe it's just me. So, very cool, man. Learning a lot about you, man. Your family is basically a family company. I believe that your kids like to make some of the beard oils with you, from what I understand. In fact, your son and your daughter has actually made a blend themselves, right? A scent,
Correct,
Raven
correct.
Blood,
Yeah.
and I know Raven Blood was your daughter's, right?
Raven blood is an oil my son made.
Opposite. Okay,
Mark. Raven love is what my daughter
that's what it was.
made, and my son also worked on the latest release, my 10-year-old, on the Revolt.
Nice.
And I was looking at our sales this morning. Funny enough, uh, Revolt was #1 in March, and it's released on March 9th, to be honest with you. And here's the most rewarding part of me working hard for this business, that #1 test seller is last 3 days is an oil I don't even have in stock yet. Sold out hours after Brian's review came out.
Mm-hmm.
It takes 8 weeks to make that oil.
Wow.
It's an infusion, and I've really enjoyed finding that balance on that blend. It's like nothing else in terms of the process. So Nevermore took me 7 months to come up with the recipe.
Wow.
It was just not satisfactory. I knew what I want to have. I worked, and I'm not exaggerating. I probably trashed 8 or 9 good recipes until I found it. I wrote them. Yes, I wrote them. I didn't just throw them away. they were still good, but it wasn't what I was after.
Sure.
And once I came up with this last punch, everything else, I I didn't even want to come back and rebrand and sell it. I didn't find that ethical. I literally erased it from my computer, erased it from my trash bin, and nothing written because I got what I wanted. I'm not gonna sell you a soup with two different herbs and then sell you as two different products. So I got what I wanted with Nevermore.
Wow, that's amazing.
Uh, again, Raven Spirit. Going back to the coffee. Anybody here love coffee? Uh, check out Spiritus Coffee Company. They make hell of a coffee, and I use their coffees in my blend. Um, I know the owner for many, many years, and I try a bunch of different beans from him as well. Different beans, different grounds, good blend. They weren't there, but one of them worked, and that is on back order. Now on back order, it was out of stock. So because it takes 8 weeks, and I made a video yesterday. I'm like, I'm getting more because I had people on wait list. I had people on wait list, and more people are trying to get on and buy it. I guess people are in this community really up to their game, man. I mean, they probably wrote down April 1st is coming because I was saying in the show earlier a couple of weeks ago. I'm like, first week of April, I'm gonna ship it. The date April 1st will be 8 weeks that blend is infused in that coffee beans. All right. So that's when the earliest I can open that jar and then filter it 3 times and then start bottling. So I'm assuming mid to late first week of April will be the time it's going to go out. And I put it on back order and almost sold out. Almost sold out already. I mean, I probably have 3 bottles of oil left in there.
Wow.
Everything else, I have people's names on it. They already paid for it. It's done deal. And of course, I'm a very small company. Like I said in the very beginning, I am probably the newest kid in the block. And I admire and get inspiration from those who've been doing it for many years. I appreciate their support as well. But I didn't want to invest so much time and money and make a huge batch and then not knowing how it's going to be received. You know what I mean?
Sure.
But one thing I'm going to say, and that should be the last thing I'll say, um, it's because it's infused in coffee. Don't expect that to be smelling like a cup of espresso. No, there are fragrance oils and a bunch of other stuff I could achieve that with.
Hmm.
Feeling beard in that is absolute out of blue, man. Absolutely. And you know, coffee actually triggers and helps beard and hair growth. So
Yep.
it's going to be great. Yeah.
That's awesome, man. So, hey, that's so. Are you able to tell us what that name is of that coffee blend that you have?
Oh, Spiritus Coffee Co. Let
Okay.
me write it down here. They're out of here at 10-minute drive from my house and out of Lombard, Illinois. I used to teach photography, and we also used to have free photography meetings every month for anybody who loves taking pictures. Come, you're welcome, free. Come and learn from somebody who's been doing it for a long time. And I met the owner over there. He used to be a regular at our meetings, and then he started this company years later. He's been a friend over a decade. Really stand-up guy, super cool dude, and coffee. I mean, before I started infusing with his coffee, um, I ordered his coffee just to drink at home. Bombastic.
Awesome, man. Man, I wish. Do they sell Do they ship stuff too from
Yeah,
that
yeah,
place?
yeah, yeah,
Okay.
yeah, yeah.
Cool. I'm a big coffee drinker too. So I'm gonna go up in the chat because and while we are doing that, just so you guys know, we're gonna do another giveaway. And so on this giveaway, I figure what we could do is we can just like you just said, uh, let's just do hashtag coffee. How about that one? Hashtag coffee. And this will get you a beard balm, a new one that he has just concocted and made, correct?
Right, right, right.
This is your
It's
newest balm.
actually just labeled and hasn't even photographed them yet, but my labels are same. Ingredients are um, slightly different, but it's going to be photographed and then boom on the website. Right now, whoever gets that, it won't be on the website, but know that you are getting something before anybody has his hands on it. So
Awesome. Okay, so kind of going back in the chat, I know I had asked everybody to put some questions. Randy had asked, "What is your favorite scent of all the stuff that you make? What would be your favorite?"
if you asked me this question before March, it would be on my selection, the lounge.
The lounge.
I am not a smoker, but I love that oil. I could wear it all day long, every day. Again, they're all like my babies. You know, I put so much labor, so much sweat equity creating them and bottling them. I love them all for different reasons. But for me, Lounge was the king of the selection until I achieved. I'm so happy about that. Nevermore. Nevermore is like nothing else, man.
And that's the
Nothing.
one that's coming out in March during the.
Oh, it came out already March 9th. Yeah,
Okay.
that's the
Okay.
Nevermore is on the website and
Gotcha.
it is made to order only. I
Okay.
don't keep
That's
it
what it was.
bottled.
Yeah.
Yes,
Made to
it's a
order.
different process. It's a completely different process, new to me as well. And I seem to perfected it and the reviews are incredible. It's off the shelves.
Awesome, man. So another question that we had from Jeffrey is what is your favorite oil and blend that you make? Do you have a favorite oil and blend that you actually make?
I am a sucker for black seed oil. I mean, every oil has their own benefits. Yes. Their own character. Yes. You know, castor, rosehip, baobab, meadow foam, you name it. But when I open that bottle of black seed oil, it takes me back 3, 4 thousand years back. It takes me that far back. And knowing that not every smell for everybody, some people don't like it. That's okay. But also the feel of emo, especially the triple distilled clear, ultra clear emo, unbelievable, unbelievable.
Awesome, man. Awesome. Let's see here. I want to make sure I got
I love
everybody.
animals, but I'm not against using. I'm not against using
Ostrich.
ostrich. Ostrich is coming. I already have them in stock. It's coming in one of the special blends we're gonna release probably in May 1st. Okay, man, I think I just said something. I didn't mean to. There's something coming May 1st.
You're spilling the
Okay,
beans here.
everything for a reason. I honest to God didn't mean to say May 1st, but yeah, May 1st I have something very special coming.
That's so funny.
Labels ready, blend is ready, Again, it's got some historic story behind it. Yeah. Anyway,
That's
okay. Since
awesome.
I spilled it, let me say it that much. Okay. Oh man,
That's funny. What's going on, Corey? Good to have you in here tonight. We got some people
what's up,
coming in.
Corey?
JJ Bosch 15. Good to see you tonight. Let's see here. We do have another question, and let's go ahead and do this giveaway, and then we're going to take a trip over to your website because we do have a question, and I wanted to kind of showcase your website, but there is a question from someone in the chat, and I think it was. Let me go back to it. Where was that? I seen that. Okay, it was. Man, we've had a lot of comments since then. Okay, so the
Bakuchi.
Bakuchi. Yeah, I didn't want to say
Bakuchi
that.
oil.
It just didn't sound right. we're gonna get into that in just a second, but let's go ahead and do this
Mhm.
giveaway. So listen, guys, if you're coming in here, if you have not got into this giveaway yet, hashtag coffee is going to get you into the giveaway for the new balm. It's a new way he's made it, and so he's pretty proud of it. I haven't seen it, haven't tried it, so I couldn't tell you. I'm sure it's great, but he's given this balm away to some lucky person tonight. So if you want to get that shot to try to win this balm, hashtag coffee is going to get you into that drawing. So make sure you go on over there real quick. And so let's see here. So we'll go back and answer that question about the Bakuchi in just a second when we go to the website after the giveaway. But I do have a question while we're waiting for a couple more people to get into this giveaway. I think we've got 16 in the giveaway right now, which is a pretty decent number. So let's see here. We have a question, and it says, what scent would you suggest for someone that likes oud, cologne type scents? An oudsy
Okay.
cologne type scent.
Uzi cologne. Well, I have not used oud essential oil, oud in my products yet. I have used oud beard oils before. Some I loved, some I didn't. Again, it depends on where it's coming from, right? But uh, if you want something like a cologne, your best bet in my selection will be the Statesman. And I can see I'm a big history nerd, all right? So I can see power brokers walking in those hallways, making and dealing and all that things, and always sharp. I could see a night out, date night kind of a cologne with Statesman is your go-to in my lineup.
Very cool. Awesome. So let's go on over to this giveaway and see who wins that. And then we'll go to your website and we'll answer some more questions. So let's go over here to the giveaway and let's see here. Hashtag coffee. We're going to see who the winner is tonight. Now, while this is going, when we get done, maybe you can explain when this balm is dropping.
Hopefully after next week.
The one bearded bishop. There you go, man. There you go. I know you're in the chat. I just seen you too.
Alex.
Nice, man. Congratulations. Congratulate him in the chat, guys. So make sure, guys, I did put it in the description. I believe it's, which I didn't talk to Raven about this, but if you have one tonight in the giveaway, make sure you email him. And I believe it's ravenbeardusa at gmail.com
Yep.
is the website, or not website, but the email address. Make sure you reach out to him for your winnings tonight if you win. So congratulations again to all you guys that have won tonight so far. Super pumped about it. Excited for you guys. So with that being said, well, let's move over to your website. All right. So we'll talk about your website. We'll talk about that Bakuchi tonight. That just don't sound right. All right, here we go. All right, so here's the website. Now, if you want to talk about, as I go through this website, if you want to say anything, Raven, go ahead. So this is obviously your home. When you go to shop, here's what you're going to find here. And who's this guy right here? No,
Let me see. Let me go to my
this
website.
dude right here's $1,000. Auctioning yourself off there, huh?
You're talking about the custom orders in the back?
Yeah. That's funny.
Yeah. Yeah, that is. I actually was debating if I'm charging less for what I'm offering with that.
Okay.
Yes. I think for the starter, $1,000 for what I offer in that package, at least for the time being, it, I think it's gonna be fair. It's gonna be an experiment, and I made myself a goal. Mark
Awesome.
my words, I'm gonna make at least one sale. I'm gonna find that one customer who's gonna say, "Hey, Gokhan, take my $250 down and create me something you haven't created for anybody, and you're not gonna give it to anybody else. Create me something in this lineup, and I'm gonna make you 3 samples within 3 months, and you're gonna pick one, and whatever you pick, we're gonna put it in 24 bottles."
Okay.
And that's going to be yours.
Nice.
And of course, after once you pick what you like, you got to pay $750 more, so total of $1,000 for 24 bottles of custom oil. And
Very
I am
cool.
confident I can deliver that. I just need to find a buyer. And if you don't set goals, you won't go nowhere. And my
Right.
goal for the rest of this year is to find at least one person who's gonna go for that. And I'm gonna find that.
Very, very cool, man. So let's see here. I'm going to go back to that. I think I was at the website and I don't think it was actually sharing it. Can you guys see that? The website right here. Just want to make sure that you guys are actually seeing this because it's saying it's sharing the website right now, but on my other deal here, I'm not seeing it. So if I'm looking down, I'm not listening. I'm actually trying to make sure that this is ticking the right way here tonight. I don't see it. Do you guys see this? Anybody? The website? Oh, guess what? I should probably add it to the stage. Oh gosh, I am such a newbie, right? Not really. I should know better than this. Okay, so here we are. All right.
Bakuchi, but
There we
you
go.
want me to while we're at the website, do you want me to tell about the Bakuchi oil?
Yes, absolutely. For sure.
Okay, it's as far as I know, it's originated from Himalayas in China, Pakistan region. It's a plant, and oil from that is known to help hair growth and straighten your hair. It's a unique oil, and especially the story behind it is very fascinating. So, anybody who is interested in knowing more, of course, there's Google, there's ChatGPT, but I've been very happy with that oil, how it feels. So, that's my short explanation for that. Yeah.
Awesome. Okay, so kind of going over these scents, and then we'll kind of go over your offerings. So we've got
Mhm.
the barbershop scent right here. You're gonna have the amber, musk, and rum. For all you barbershop guys out there, citrus balm. It's gonna be basically a lot of your grapefruit mint type scents. I'm sure, right? Got that citrus in there, that for that bergamot. I like this one. So this is one of my favorites right here. This is one that I actually have and really enjoy it. I will say if you and I say this just so you guys know, if you guys are one that loves your beard oil fragrances to be like really like projecting like really strong, a lot of guys don't like that. I kind of do. I like to smell them. They're not as, and they were intentionally made this way. It wasn't like it was like a, you know, a fluke fault deal. they're not going to be super, super strong, but a lot of guys are into scents that aren't. But Old Havana is probably one of my top. I love the tobacco in it. I get kind of like a Cuban cigar type of feel to it. Really, really nice scent. I really enjoy that one a lot. You want to say anything more about that?
Old Havana. Yes, it is made by one of my best friends. He's a perfume and cologne maker uh, that you see on the website Hyacinth Fragrances. He is originally from Armenia. And man, this guy has the nose because we sat down and we talked about what I'm looking for. And I'll give this much information. My wife hardly ever wears a perfume, only on special occasions. And he's got 3 bottles from this company. And
Oh, wow.
he's really good. And just we sat down, I'm like, brother, I am looking for something like this, that, and that. And we didn't even have a second try. This is not an exaggeration. Old Havana was born with that. It's tobacco, but it's like cologne tobacco, tobacco cologne. And short story, first time I grabbed this first test bottle from him, a tiny, like, it's like couple ml tiny test bottles. And I went shower, got out, put it on, walked out, and she's like, "Is this what Ara made you?" I'm like, "Yep." And she was almost 7 feet or so away from me.
Wow. That's
And
amazing.
it's not overpowering. Like some tobacco smells like chewing tobacco, and it's punchy. And more power to guys who like that. It's not my thing. This is more like cologne with tobacco and woods. Manly yet stylish.
Very cool, man. I do got a question in the chat. Is the Raven Spirit a senior type or a young man's type of scent? What would you say on that one?
I would say uh, senior, middle age like me, and a young guy who's got a good head over his shoulders.
Awesome. So basically, that's basically none of us. No, I'm just kidding with you. Old souls
No,
right here. Old souls.
it is woodsy. It's definitely not uh, pine or citrus in there.
Sure.
So
So I just kind of, I don't want to stay here too long, but I want to say that the ones that I have, I'm going to be doing a review on, and it's up north. I really liked the espresso in that, the coffee. Really, really nice. I really enjoyed that one. That was like the first one I think I tried. The lounge, again, kind of going off of what you said earlier. I really like that one too. The black saffron in it and the vetiver. I'm a big fan of the vetiver. I get a lot of the vetiver in it. Very, uh, I'd say that's probably more of a middle to older age scent. If you, I mean, I don't know a whole lot of young guys that like that vetiver. They could, but I mean, it's going to be a real earthy type of scent. Sin City.
the reason,
What's that? Go ahead.
sorry to cut you off. The reason I showed a bottle of whatever is that I love it so much. It's like literally like arm's length from me, but you won't tell it in every single oil I use it. I might use a drop in one just
Right.
to make it right. But if it's not one of the top 3 profiles in there, it won't be listed there.
Sure.
Mhm.
And that Sin City, when I tried that, I was like, man, I get a chocolate note in it. It's the cacao
Yes,
in that for sure. Really, really
for
nice
sure.
too. That bergamot. It's interesting to have that chocolate note and the bergamot, like a citrus and chocolate together. You don't get that a lot in a lot of fragrances. I mean, it was like, that's almost like a polar opposite type of deal, but it works, and it's got the tobacco in it.
It it worked. It worked, and that's one of my oils that I'm proud of it because growing up, one of my favorite candy was the Tootsie Roll.
For sure, for sure. And then let's see here. We had the Raven Blood. I got that as well, and that's another nice one for sure. And you know what I appreciate? There's a lot of like tobacco scents that you have. I'm a big tobacco fan. I like the pipe tobacco for sure. And then, but then again, like I said, one of my favorites, and I think I have like maybe 4 or 5 oils of yours. That Old Havana was really, really nice. If you guys like tobacco, you're going to really like the Old Havana. It's really, really nice. I love that scent for sure. But that's going to be the scent profiles. Again, you know, he's got the balms, and these are the beard balms. Now, these are not the new ones, right? That changed up your ingredients
They
anymore.
are there. They're there. They're there. The new ones are the Statesman, the Urban Prepper, Nevermore, and the Revolt.
Okay. All right, guys. Did you guys get that? Awesome. And then your beard butter. I've never tried your beard butter, so I can't really say. But
Mhm.
let's see here. We're going into the website here, description, and let's see here. You want to kind of, I guess here we go.
Yeah.
1, 2. We got 3 butters in this beard butter, and actually
Four.
4. You got 4. Wow, nice,
Mhm.
man, nice, awesome. It's got the argan
It,
oil, jojoba, nice.
so I made a video when I first went into full operation. I see a lot of people making videos and like, oh man, I dipped this finger in this butter. It's creamy, so good. Yes, it's good, but the reason you're buying that beard butter is not for your fingers' satisfaction, is for your beard, right?
Yep. Yep.
So that should be our main goal. We gotta stick to the goal. What is the goal for the beard butter? To make your beard fully nourished at night and give you a
Good
very
feeling
super
beard.
healthy beard. Yeah. So my beard butter is not gonna be like you're putting your hand into a whipped butter, okay? Because of one of the ingredients in there is it's not as hard as a balm, not even close, okay? It's, I'll say, tiny bit harder than your typical very soft butter, but the feeling beard is exceptional.
Awesome, man. Well, that's a good point that you make for sure, because obviously, um, we talk about, and I think that's going to be it on your website, other than your about. So, guys, make sure you go over there and check them out. Here's his kids. Got good looking kids, just a good looking family there. Amazing looking beard. So
Well,
very, very cool.
our youngest wasn't in there.
Oh,
Our newest hire. That's what I call them. Our newest hire.
a new hire. Nice. Very cool.
Yeah.
Very cool, man. Very cool.
I mean,
Awesome.
I wanted to honor those two because they have literally worked hours and hours helping me set the shop with the packing and even making oils. And what's more rewarding than giving a 7, 8 year old girl the opportunity to create something that her dad can sell?
For
It's,
sure.
it's crazy.
Very cool, man.
Very rewarding.
That's awesome. Very cool. All right. Well, let's do this last giveaway for the night. All right. And by the way, we got True North Beard Co. I think Chris is in here. I'm not sure if he's still here, but it's good seeing you tonight, man. And we got Ray Smokey in here tonight. What's happening? Good to see you guys. Thank you guys so much for stopping by the show tonight and saying what's up. So let's do this. We are going to do another giveaway, and let's see here. Let's do hashtag. How about Old Havana?
I knew you were going to say that.
Did you really? That's man. You're starting to really get to know me.
I thought you were going to say Havana. You said, oh, Havana, but I was close.
Man, that's good stuff, man. Good stuff. All right. So
Okay.
hashtag Old Havana or Old Havana. And man, dude, this is some guys, I'm telling you guys, this is some good stuff. If you've never checked out Raven Beard Co., their oils and their butter. I haven't checked their butters out, but from what I understand, I mean, reading the ingredients and, it makes sense. I've been kind of one of those guys too, that's put my finger in the butter and goes, look how, and I think it's just because, it's hard for somebody to kind of get an idea of the context of a texture of a beard butter by just looking at it. You know what I mean? Like, I think that when they look at it, they go, oh, I can see that is, it's not real hard. A lot of times some beard companies will put wax of some context of it inside their beard butters. And they do that. I understand why they do that, because they don't want it to melt and consistency when it's high heats, but it kind of gives you an idea at least. But obviously, yeah, what matters is how does your beard feel after you use that beard butter? And that's for sure, without a doubt. Obviously, the main thing that we go for and why we obviously do use beard butter for sure. A lot of people may not even know why we even use beard butter. I mean, obviously a lot of people are uneducated when it comes to, beard oil. They'll think, they'll think, well, beard oils for my beard hairs. And I mean, it's like a secondary deal, but it's mainly for your skin, right? Now it doesn't I don't think it matters to be uppercase or lowercase. I think it's just what you type out. As long as you spell it right, you guys should be fine. So yeah, not case sensitive. All right. Jeffrey, it's always good to see you, brother. And thanks for becoming a member, man. You are amazing, dude. So
Mark, I am in Illinois, 45 minutes outside of Chicago. I see Mark Johnson saying, where are you located? Yeah, 45 minutes outside of Chicago.
Hey, what would be a top seller of yours? Would it be the new coffee one that you're talking about?
That's already almost, like I said, I probably have only 3 bottles left supplies in that jar. Everything else is already sold out. Nevermore is made to order, but it's been the best seller with Revolt. But I think we found a good balance within the community. Barbershop is moving, Sin City, like I said, I don't try to make everyone happy, but a broad selection is there with the citrus, Siberian Spring, because some people love the Siberian Spring, love. And I'll be the first to admit there is a little glitch as we move. I wanted to install this feature in the website where you can actually leave an honest review as a confirmed what was a verified customer. And we've been having some issues with that last couple of days. It's been installed Saturday, so it's very new. But I mean, like, hey, I love this Siberian Spring. I can't leave a review though. I'm like, just be patient with me. We're working on it.
Awesome, man. For sure. Okay, so let's see here. I'm going to let's go ahead and get this giveaway out there. I know it's getting late for a lot of you guys, and I hate to take up your guys' time. I mean, it's going on close to 11 o'clock for you East Coasters out there, and I don't want to take up your time, guys. I really don't. So make sure you guys are in the giveaway tonight as we move over there real quick. And by the way, thank you so much once again, Raven, for being a guest tonight. Your kind generosity means a lot. It goes a long ways. All right.
Appreciate it.
Old Havana. We got 13 entries.
Not bad for this late.
Yeah, it's not too bad at all. So here we go. We're going to see who's going to win the last thing, the beard butter. Man, somebody's going to be lucky tonight on this one. Well, on any of them, really. How in the world am I in there? It's Frankie J. Man, you are the luckiest dude alive, bro. Congratulations, man. Totally awesome. You know what's funny? I think I was in that drawing for some reason because I actually put in there hashtag Old Havana so everybody, knew how to spell it. That's funny. Obviously, we would have redrew. I would not have kept the beard butter for myself. That's funny. It's rigged. Well, congratulations, man, Frankie J. It is, man, I'm amazing.
Wow.
Man, I got to hang out with these guys more often because they are lucky guys.
I would say go tomorrow, buy a lottery ticket.
Yes. Hey. Frankie J in the house. Yeah, he's an awesome dude for sure. Awesome. Well, does anybody have anything else tonight for our special guest, Raven? Man, you've been so patient. You've been so kind and nice tonight. I just really enjoy it when I have special guests that are just amazing people to sit and look at with that nice bald head. Come on now. If I had a blowhorn right now, I'd be hitting it right here on my computer, but I don't like a lot of other people. Bald head and bearded. Come on now. Hey, listen.
Sir.
I'm going to tell you this, man. Not everybody can rock a bald head. That looks good. There was a preacher that has come to our church a few times, and he's bald. He always calls me out, and he goes, "Hey, Chad," he goes, "not everybody can rock a bald head, can they?" No. For sure.
I agree with him, man.
So, man, that's awesome. So, yeah, man. So thankful for you to come on, man. Do you have anything for us?
Yes. I appreciate the invite. That was great. If I'm sure the winners will reach out, but anybody who hasn't tried my oils, butters, balms before, reach out to me tonight or tomorrow. Say, hey, I was at Chad's show and never tried you, and try me. I'll make it work for you. I'll make it worth as well. I'll make you an offer you cannot refuse.
That's awesome. Man, I love hearing that. I love hearing that. And I love hearing Brad's amazing wisdom here tonight. This is what he said. Check this out. God only put hair on imperfect heads. And here's, by the way, Frankie J, here's contact information. You can reach out to ravenbeardusa@gmail.com. And just, you can get your winnings from him from there. So, man, guys, listen, I'm telling you guys are going to get me reared up and worked up and ready to go for the next few hours. I mean, I know it's getting late for some people, but man, I'm telling you right now, appreciate you, Born Bearded. Thanks for stopping by. Thanks for subbing. You are an amazing guy. And I found your videos very helpful and very, informational as far as going through your different beard oil carriers. I thought that was really cool. A few months ago, I was reading that. I thought that was really, really cool. Okay. So do you prefer email or Instagram?
Email is best.
Okay.
It's especially for important things, in social, everything moves so fast. If it's email, it's gonna be taken care of with more attention.
Awesome. Email's best. And he's a busy dude. He's a busy dude for sure. So thank you guys. I appreciate you guys. Thank you so much, Brad. Thank you, Toll Booth Willie. Thanks, guys, for showing up. I mean, here's the deal. I was going to say Golkin, but I'm calling him Raven. Raven, aka Golkin. That's your new name, Raven.
Yeah.
So you are for instance, if you and I just showed up to this show, it would just be a conversation. It's a show because of everybody in the chat. And you guys make it fun, guys. You guys are awesome. You guys show up every Tuesday night. Even last week, I had a special guest that I had brought on my. Actually had a show before this one, and it was called Beard Matters, and we talked about beard stuff. But this one's more. I've done a rebranding of this channel, and this is the Beards, Heads, and Threads. A lot of people, think of it as the BHT. It's an actual one-stop, like, men's grooming headquarters. And what we do is we talk about all things men's grooming. I don't want it to be pigeonholed. As much as I love, I'm telling you, as much as I love beard care, I love beards, man. I'll talk about beards all day long to you. I'll talk about head shaving all day long to you because I head shave. I have several hundreds of head shavers I've done reviews on, and I just like taking care of myself. I can talk about fragrances, and I can talk about clothing that I found that is cheap. And when I say cheap, not cheap made, but good quality and good deals. And so I love the USA made stuff for sure. But I talk about all kinds of different threads on here, clothing, but it's not, here's the deal. It's not just about the way we look. In fact, Raven, I would say that majority of the time when we look good, we actually feel good about ourselves. I think there's something to be said about when you take care of your physical appearance, it does something for your mental health. And so we cover it all. I mean, we cover it all. I'm not trying to keep talking about this, but I mean, it's a big thing to me on this channel. My membership is a community I've got a community of great people in here, but I have an inner community. And I say that to say this, and my members will even tell you, it's an inner community where we can talk about real things. I mean, I got an ear for everybody that comments, but my members will have like serious chats. I mean, you can email me anytime, but we talk about whatever, because there's several things that go into being a man. And when you have kids, you have a wife, sometimes you don't have a wife, but you have a job, you have a career, you have all these things going all at the same time. And you got to figure out what's a good balance, because if you don't have things balanced in your life, you have chaos. And so it's something that's fun to do. And I appreciate everybody that stops on this show. Again, the show would not be what it is without everybody in the chat tonight. But going back to the original, I said, I had a guy on my show when it was Beard Matters before. I used to be called the Beard of Manjaro on this channel because I was taking Manjaro, which I still do for my diabetes, and I'm a bearded guy. So I thought, you know what? I'm getting tired of everybody asking me, what in the world is Beard Manjaro? I'm getting tired of people saying, how do you spell Beard Manjaro? And I thought, you know what? Let's just make it what it is. I'll move my Manjaro stuff to another channel. We'll talk about beards. We'll talk about heads. We're talking about threads. We'll talk about, I just said beards, head, thread, honestly, because it's catchy. And those are some things I like to talk about, but it's all men's grooming. And so Mark wants to know, do you have unscented oil?
Yes, I was actually typing. It's called Old School, and it's a very small batch. Actually, the first batch sold in maybe 3-4 days, and then I just made a fresh batch, 23 bottles. So, because I like my own personal bottle, sometimes it's good to give that couple of days away from any scents in your beard. I find that little helping. Helping meaning, I have gazillion bottles here, right? And I find that helpful to stay away from any scents for a couple of days and then come back to it. And another thing you mentioned, somebody mentioned, my butters and balms are unscented. Okay. I don't have the capacity or the time, especially time, to mix and match matching butters and balms for every other oil, because I'm already very sophisticated in super detail with oil making, unique custom oil making. I don't want to spread too thin and then deliver something that is not catching up to my standards. I should say that. If I may, I might make 1 or 2 batches of one oil with the matching butter and balm. I might, but not in the in the short term. Not yet. Like I said, I'm still working very hard with what's going to come in summer, fall, winter. So, but it's unscented butter, unscented. I mean, you're really okay with whatever brand, company, or mine oil you're using. Just put a couple of drops in there. That's good. Again, the scent is just for me cherry on top. How my oil will make your beard is my top goal. I hope I answered that.
Yes, for sure. So Bob says Terry just put Old School on her face for her evening moisturizer, smooth and luxurious.
What a great thing to hear. Wonderful. Thanks, Cherry. She said, ladies, you must try. Wonderful. Wonderful.
Awesome, awesome.
And
Man,
when you were talking about it,
I love
it's
them.
sorry to cut you off. Yeah. I forgot to thank you for the recommendation on the shaver. Two things I gotta mention for anybody who might be bald or thinking about going bald. I reached out to Chad because of the reviews he's got. I'm like, hey man, I want to spend this much money, and what do you recommend? And he didn't pick sides. He's like, hey, you can buy this, you can buy that, whatever. And I followed his review and recommendation, and I'm super happy with whatever I got. On top of that, with his code, I saved a good chunk of money, at least a tank of gas. So
Wow.
thank you for that. Yeah.
That's awesome, man. Yeah, I gotta say, I forgot all about that, but I was gonna say, and I said it earlier, and I'll say it again, man. What a great looking head, and that beard, man. I gotta tell you, that mustache is thick. I'm telling you, I'm trying to grow my thick mustache in, and it's just taking me a little bit of time. But some guys are gifted. Some guys are gifted with an amazing stash, and you got one.
Must be the bakuchi oil.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh man, you can tell it's getting late. You know, only the bad oils start coming out after 10, right? It's not even 10. Well, it's 10 for you, right? So yeah. I'm gonna get myself in trouble for saying stuff like that. So guys, I think that's guys, I think that's gonna wrap it up for us. But listen, I will make sure to bring on Raven again in the future as he continues to grow. And I know he will for sure, and bring out more stuff for sure. I really appreciate him. I think he's amazing. It's you get to talk to somebody so much and kind of see how they talk, but when you get to talk to them like in a dialogue like this, it really helps. And I think that's one of the things that I love about the show is you can buy stuff from companies, but you just don't know who you're really buying from. But when you see them behind a camera, you can kind of line somebody up on kind of how they are. Okay, are they trying to feed me bull crap, or are they being serious? And you can read people, and you're laid back. You're not trying to throw up some gimmick. You're just a real hardworking dude with the family that's killing it, starting it out, and you're doing good, and you're honest. And that's the thing. From what I gathered, I think that there was one word that I've gotten from this show from you is hashtag honesty. Honest work, right? You are a man of honesty, and that's what you ask for everybody, to be honest. And so, and you know what? There's nobody better than to buy from than somebody that's honest, because you know you're not going to get screwed over. You're not going to get hosed over. Should something happen and you don't like something, well, you already know he said he'd hook you up tonight if you're on the show. And
we don't even know anybody. Yeah.
Yeah, you send him an email, let him know you were over at the BHT show tonight, and he said he'll hook you guys up. But for somebody to say that, you know that they're going to back up their stuff. For some reason, you just don't like a cent. I'm sure he'll figure something out to help you out, because he wants to earn your trust. And Brad, you said it right. You hit the nail right on the head, brother. Integrity. It's doing what's right even when nobody's watching, right?
Yes, sir.
So
we're all visitors here, you know.
All right, guys. Well, I'm going to go ahead and let you go. We're going to let you go. I'm not going to cut you guys off, but thank you guys so much for stopping by. I know they've said this before. It's the same you know, I keep on rattling on. I mean, dude, really, honestly, if we weren't busy with kids and family, we could probably do this all night long, but we just obviously can't. But that saves it for another show, right?
Let's do that.
So, all right, guys, thank you so much, Raven. Thanks again, man. I appreciate you. You keep
Have a
on
good
doing
night.
what you're doing, man. Keep on just pushing through. Keep on popping out that good product. I'm telling you, amazing stuff. Look forward to seeing my my review dropping very soon. It's going to be within the next couple of weeks. I was telling my membership, now that we've kind of got the show apart, you know, and done, I'll kind of tell you some insights that I've already shared. I wanted to let you guys know, if you're listening and you're a subscriber to this channel, I'm trying to make it more consistent on this channel, because I know that people need consistency, especially when you have so many channels. Where do you go? And you know, it's hard to keep up. It really is. I mean, the reason why we're doing the show tonight at 9:00 p.m. Eastern is because, well, frankly, I don't want to really step on anybody else's toes with their shows. Now, I mean, obviously, you know, we want to respect everybody else, but also want to run a show too. So kind of judging to see how this works with everybody's time. But it seems like everybody's been good about showing up at 9 p.m. at night to 10, sometimes to 10:30 and 11 o'clock right now. Jeez. But I'm going to try to consistently put out a video every Monday and every Thursday for the public. And I will still do my members only streams, but I'm going to also do the show on Tuesday nights. And I try to do a YouTube short every day. So, I mean, it's just kind of like a 60-second video that I put out. But you're going to get content every week on this channel. So, you know, unless I'm deathly sick or something, and if I fail to do this, you know, send me an email, ask me if I'm okay. You know, I might have been killed by somebody and nobody knows where I'm at. But again, thank you guys so much. That's something that you can kind of look forward to for consistency, and you can show up and see the video and give it a like, or, you know, a thumbs down. You know, I get a lot of those sometimes too, when people, you know, I don't know. I guess people just don't like some videos, you know, people just don't like the way I look, you know, they must have a head of hair and no facial hair. Completely opposite of what I am. So, but it's all good, man, because you know what? I do those videos for them and you guys, and I don't care. I mean, I care what people think, Raven, but I really just, it doesn't make me stop doing what I'm doing. I'm going to keep doing what I'm doing.
No, can't make everybody happy.
Yeah. So, all right, guys, I mean it this time. We're going to let you go. Take care, guys. Have a great night. God bless you all. We'll see you on the next one.
Good night.